Mission Control, the space pod has landed.
Okay, YouTubies, here we are at the Long Beach International Motorcycle Show. Spacepod here. We're riding the FZ-07 again. I tried to get the FZ-09, but there were no FZ-09s available. So, we're trying the FZ-07. But I am okay with that.
Remember back to start it?
Yep. So on this bike, the foot pegs always feel like they're a little bit in the way. So you can step in front of the foot pegs to get your feet down. Can-Am. So the FZ-07 is very forgiving, down low. Shifter's in a good place. I'm just going to enjoy the ride. I'm taking you with me, YouTubers. Flash to pass right here is in a good spot. Yeah, this bike has a good amount of power. It's a parallel twin. And I feel like I didn't really give it a fair shake the first time. So we can give it a better shake this time. See, today the bike feels pretty good suspension wise today. On this highway, this overpass, this bridge, it's pretty darn good. You can tell it's a bigger bike compared to the 300. Tank is very grippable. There's Dan, Delta Foxtrot Zulu on the FZ-09. Yeah, so I was at the show there and I got recognized by a few people. But what was really cool is Mark Cook and his wife, I think it was his wife, of Motorcyclist Magazine. Mark Cook is the editor of Motorcyclist Magazine. They came over and said hi, took my picture, helmet off, which at first freaked me out because I am anonymous on YouTube. And then they took a picture with helmet on, and that was so awesome. It was great to meet Mark Cook because I've seen his picture so many times next to his articles, and of course I read Motorcyclist Magazine every month on my iPad and Sport Rider. And yeah, I think it's just really cool to meet those guys. I always knew they were in this area, SoCal, but it was really nice to meet them at the show and to have them appreciate the SpacePod suit. So Mark Cook and wife, if you're watching this, hey guys! And I think Mark Cook's wife actually has an FZ-07, and I read that article and it was pretty freaking awesome. He had one of the first ones in North America as far as I know, or she did. But I know he helped her buy it and all that stuff. The signal area is kind of hard to get to, so I'm not used to it. There we go. Last thing you want to do in a test ride is leave your signal on. So our friend, a solo one, Alfred, has an FZ-07. So I might try it on my favorite road someday just to really give it a test, although it feels amazing here. It feels really good on these city streets. And Dan, Delta Foxtrot Zulu, he just got a Triumph Street Triple R. And I'm dying to ride that. I know he's going to let me try it, just a matter of when. Probably before Alfred. Just kidding, Alfred. I know you wanted to ride yours. You wanted to ride it first. First gear is plenty long. Oh man, second gear has quite a tuck. It's got a really comfortable position. I'm really liking it. Turning felt really great too. Yeah, you know, I didn't give this bike a fair shake the first time. It's actually a pretty kick-ass little bike, and you know what? For a naked bike, it's one of the best nakeds out there that I've seen for the price, the quality, Yamaha, the looks of it are, the looks are quite nice. You know, the Street Triple's kind of funny looking for a naked bike, even though I know it's a great bike. But this bike looks actually really solid, really good for a naked. And I'm pretty impressed with this thing. For the cost of it, if you're looking for a bigger bike beyond the starter bikes, this might be the bike for you. Tons of pull, tons of pull. Like ridiculous amounts of pull. And you know, for a parallel twin, it feels really good. It feels a lot like the SV-650 I used to have. A lot like that, although the SV was a V-twin. So this bike, you know what it feels like is the naked SV-650. Basically, if you can get one of these, you're not missing anything with the SV, since it's no longer imported. I mean, you have the SVF, but that's different. Gotta wait to the Can-Am dudes. I was feeling kind of low energy when I first got on the bike because I was walking around the show floor with my boots, but I feel pretty good now. I haven't been able to ride too much because I've been looking for a job and my insurance expired on my bike. So I'm out of practice, so this is like the first I've ridden in 2 weeks. And I am going to get a job, just a matter of time. And this financial setback is very temporary for me. But it is affecting me, and I am a poor bastard right now. So this has been a nice break. So here's a good look at the dash. Really nice dash, really easy to read. It's all digital. Digital tack, which I normally don't like, it's pretty nice. There's something in the road there. I'm warning you guys. Warning you guys. I still have plans to get a bigger bike, but one day I'm going to go for the softer riding position of a naked bike, and the FZ-07 or the FZ-09 would be near the top of my list, along with the Street Triple R, once I ride it, of course. I'm a pretty conservative rider. I don't need a ton of bike. I just don't. I don't need anything beyond a mid-size, that's for sure. So, nice big gear indicator, which I do like. We're in 4th gear out of 6. So that's quite nice. Very comfortable seat. Like I said in the last review, the foot pegs are in a funny position where you have to step behind or in front of them, and it's not a big deal. You got to know that going in, especially if you're short, because you can't afford any inseam to waste. It's got a hazard light set up. That's nice. The weird thing in this is you got to push this forward to start it with the clutch in. See, I'm pretty good on the throttle now. I'm used to this thing. It has a very nice first gear, plenty long. Not like the Ninja 300 where, you know, you go 3 feet and you got to change gears. Although I love the Ninja 300, I'm just nitpicking now. Yeah, suspension today feels amazing because we're kind of doing a bunch of city riding. And it's a great little commuter. It's very upright, you can see well. It doesn't feel like there's much in front of you. Sounds pretty good. Gearing is quite smooth, very smooth. I'll give my flash to pass. See that exhaust note right there? Sounds pretty good. There's the FZ-07 right there. This is an FZ-09 right there. Yep, that's what Dan's riding. Yellow bike. What else can I say about it? Great bike. I'm going to go ahead and change my rating. I don't know what I gave it before, but I'm going to give it about an 8. Just the value is incredible. Suspension feels really good in the city. This would be a perfect commuter bike. It's pretty narrow. Looks good for a naked. Dan was trying on helmets today, and he's been wearing a very, very large Shoei. What it turns out is he's actually a long oval head, so once he got an Arise Signet Q on, he's able to get down to an XL. It's amazing how when you get the right shell shape, how you can go down in size because you're wearing the right shell instead of trying to wear a giant helmet that really doesn't have a shell shape that fits you. So the motorcycle show was quite a utility just because there were a lot of helmets to try on all in one place. Okay, there's the horn, just testing. Yellow light. I really want to toss this bike around some corners that I know. I have a feeling I'm going to like it a lot. I like it a lot. So, I'm not vlogging as much as I normally do, guys, because I am looking for a job. That's #1 priority. Absolutely #1 priority. But I'm never going to stop. Well, okay. I'm not going to stop vlogging anytime soon. There's no plans to stop. So, don't be dismayed. Don't unsub. Unless you want. I'd rather you didn't. Just hang in there. I am going to be making more vlogs. I'm going to cover all kinds of topics that other people don't often cover. And I'm going to keep on bringing the Space Pod realness, which is what I do. Look at that thing right there, that's sweet. Alright, so that was the FZ-07. Pretty sweet. Alright, thumbs up. Alright, YouTubies, thanks for coming along with me on that test ride, and Space Pod out. Say hi, Dan. Hi.